Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Sam and I make videos about makeup, chronic illness, and whatever I want. And today I'm doing a favorites video, but I'm combining October and November. I didn't have a ton in October, and I also just got behind on some videos because I got quite sick from the weather change and had to take some time off. So I am going to start by saying my favorite thing of both months is this haircut. I think my hair looks fantastic like this, and I didn't even style it. This is just air dried. Isn't that crazy? That isn't the word I wanted to use. Isn't it wild? This is just air dried. My hair just loves layers, I guess. I did cut it myself. It's a wolf cut. I watched a YouTube video. Do that at your own risk. I've been cutting my own hair for a long time and I don't really care if it doesn't turn out perfect. So let's do TV and movies first. Halloween Ends. I know this is a very divisive opinion. A lot of people hated it because it wasn't traditional Michael Myers, etc. And I understand that. Why it is my favorite is I thought it was a great ending for the character of Laurie. I will say there were some parts of it, like the first half of the movie, I was like, what is this? Is this going to betray me? And unfortunately it did betray a lot of people, and that's a shame, but I personally really liked it. We have now 2 TV shows. I don't think I had to take a break from movies after watching all of those ones in October, so I'm just starting to feel in a movie mood again, but TV I've been loving. And let's start with The White Lotus on HBO Max. This is an anthology series, and it is a comedy drama or dramedy following guests and employees of the fictional White Lotus resort chain whose stay becomes affected by their various dysfunction. This is phrased kind of weird, but it follows both the employees and the guests and like all of the shenanigans that happen. The first season took place in Hawaii. Season 2 is taking place in Sicily, and they're both fantastic. Really good, super funny, keeps you on your toes. I am in love with it. I hope there's a season 3. The next show is new. It's on Hulu. It's called Welcome to Chippendales. Chippendales as in the strip club, the male strip club. And this story is just out of this world. It's so wild. I watched, maybe it was on Investigation Discovery, or maybe it was on Hulu. It was a documentary about there was murder, they investigated by the FBI. It's a whole wild story. And I am really enjoying it. There's been 3 episodes so far. I think they come out on Tuesdays. And Back to White Lotus, episodes come out on Sunday at 9. I don't know if there's a time for Welcome to Chippendales, but I watched episode 3 last night and I just cannot wait for next week. It's just such a good show, and nobody probably cares, if you're not interested and never been to Chippendales. I never thought about it, but then I saw the ads for the true crime about like the murder and the FBI investigation, and I'm like, I just thought it was a strip club. Yeah, so love that. Okay, let's do my one food item. It's not even a food, it's a tea. Lemon Loaf Tazo tea. I think it's Tazo. I have no idea what they did to this tea, but it tastes exactly like lemon cake. Exactly. It's sweet, it's lemony, and it tastes like cake. I don't know. It's so good. It's a great dessert tea. I haven't had many other dessert teas, but this is a new staple tea in my life. I know you can get it at Target. I haven't really looked. Maybe Kroger? I haven't looked at too many other places, but so good. Let's do skincare. Let's start with the Mighty Patches. These are pimple patches, and you can see I have like a red spot here. When I woke up this morning, it was a massive pimple. I put that on for 6 hours, gone. So I had literally like the size of a pencil eraser down here, and it was gone in 6 hours. I don't know if all of them work this good, but Mighty Patch, I swear by. And I don't get as bad of scarring. Like, I have a spot over here. Yeah, right here. And it was like a cystic thing, and so the Mighty Patch didn't work really well. And as you can see, it's like, it looks almost active. It's so red. But like these are just kind of old scars. It didn't scar, and as you can see, this isn't going to scar too bad either. So check those out. The prices aren't bad at all. They're really comfortable. They don't come off easily. Drunk Elephant Vitamin C. I finally added a vitamin C serum to my skincare. I've gotten really into skincare and taking care of my skin, and it is great. It just, my skin is softer, it's more radiant. My only complaint about it is it seems to not be friends with any of my foundations. It causes like some separation around here and like here, you know, here. And a little bit on my forehead. At first I thought it was my new moisturizer, but I tried it with just the moisturizer and it didn't separate. But on the day I used the vitamin C serum, it did separate. So I do skip it on days like today, where I'm wearing makeup, just because it doesn't work well. Thankfully, I don't wear a foundation every day, so I don't have to skip it that frequently. I'm still getting the benefits. I would say like twice a week I skip it, sometimes once a week. But more Drunk Elephant, the protein peptide. I heard rave reviews about this and how like good peptides are for your skin, so I decided to check it out, and this is a fantastic moisturizer. I think that it's very lightweight, so if you have oily skin, it would be really good for you, but even with my dry skin, it's working nicely. I will say, I think the camera is washing me out and making my skin look a lot better than it is, but like, I tried a new foundation. There we go. I tried a new foundation, this L'Oreal Infallible, and it is great, besides the fact that it smells like fabric softener, but it's clinging to like my dry skin patches so bad. So I don't think the Protini peptide alone is good enough. I've been mixing it with the Bee Hydra, but I have been slacking because I had like a cold for all week. If you watch my vlog, I talk about it. So I neglected my skincare and it got all dried out, and yeah. But the Protini is lightweight. It's going to be great in the summer, I think, because it's not a heavy moisturizer. But I'm surprised at how well it's doing with the heat running and like the cold temps and stuff. So the last, but another Drunk Elephant, is the Marula oil. So I was using the ordinary Marula oil, and I thought it was like the same, you know, but I was going through bottles so quickly. Like, you could see it's very empty. I was using once a day, entire droppers, and I felt like my skin still wasn't very hydrated. So I had seen a thread, and I wanted to test this for myself, that said the Drunk Elephant Marula oil is pressed differently and absorbs into your skin better than the ordinary. The ordinary kind of sits on top of your skin. And I wasn't sure if that was, my hair is still doing weird things. I wasn't sure if that was just kind of like a gimmick of like people prefer Drunk Elephant. So I decided to try it when I could get it on sale. And let me tell you, my skin is way more hydrated when I use it, and I don't have to use a whole dropper. I only have to use 5 like little drops, which is about a third of the dropper, I would say. So I'm going through it way less, even though that's cheaper. I was going through like 6 bottles a year. This, I'm not quite sure how long it will last me, but I'm using so much less that I feel like it will last me quite a while. And it's just hydrating my skin way better, where that was just kind of like putting a little mask on and it wasn't really doing anything. Let's do a couple health related things. The first one is not being sick. That's my favorite thing. I got sick in October. From the weather change, I got a sinus infection, which led to bronchitis. And then I got a cold in November. thought it was just my allergies, and it turned out it wasn't. I haven't had a regular cold in so long, I kind of forgot what they were like, but they're absolutely miserable. So that's the first one. The other health item is the Levoit, I think I'm saying that correctly, humidifiers. I got the one that I will have popped up here, and it had really good reviews. I was just looking for a larger humidifier. I just had like this little baby one, and it wasn't really helping too much. And for asthma, sinuses, just general well-being, skin, you need a humidifier when you live somewhere cold that has like central heating. So I decided to snag this because it was on a Black Friday sale, or like early Black Friday sale on Amazon. They do sell these at Target, this brand at Target though. I got it, and it was like $43 or something, and it's much larger than the one I had, and it's fantastic. It's so much easier to clean. You can direct on the top like which way the mist is blowing. You have 3 different settings, but even the lightest setting projects mist really well and really evenly. It's overall just really great. It was really quiet. Can't recommend that enough. Now let's talk about some beauty stuff before I get to miscellaneous. I'm going to start with a couple of not physical items but things. The first is having my eyeshadows out on this shelf. So I used to keep them all in the Alex drawers like every beauty person has ever done. And I found that I was having a hard time seeing my collection because things were stacked, and I would just keep reusing the stuff and neglecting other things. So I saw someone have it on a bookshelf, and I was like, oh, I really like that idea, but I don't have a bookshelf in here. I only have Calix's, and I was like, I wonder how like that's gonna go. And I love it. I can see everything. It's very satisfying to look at. I'll take a picture and put it up here, obviously. But I find that I'm using everything more consistently, like evenly. I'm not grabbing the same things all the time because I can see it all. And the other thing was inconvenience. I didn't want to dig for a palette, so I would just grab what was on top, and now I don't have to do that. It's so great. I have things separated by like really big palettes, mainstream brands, indie brands, and then I have like my luxury stuff up here. Like I just have a little Pat McGrath section, and it's just been really satisfying, and I'm glad I did it. A cool toned smoky eye look. I am obsessed. I did it twice for Halloween. Once with my head wound, and then once for like the SF special effects kit, I think. I don't know. But I look at my makeup look with like a smoky eye with like a silver, like cool tone grays or something, and I'm just like, it's so beautiful, it's so elegant, and pair it with a red lip, and it's out of this world. So I can see myself doing a lot of those over the winter until I kind of get sick of them. Let's go with the lipstick that I'm wearing right now. I literally just got this today. I already knew I liked the Melt lipstick formula because I got little samples with an order, and they're very comfortable. But I wanted something kind of like strange, and this one stuck out to me because it's like kind of an orange, kind of a yellow. It's like a marigold color. And I was like, I feel like this is going to be really flattering on me. It's called 710. And tell me this doesn't look fantastic. Like, I can't get enough of it on me. I also, because I don't have full size, they're all like little minis. It's like a metal component and it's magnetized. Love that. Next, the Glamlite Scooby-Doo palettes, specifically Ruh-Roh Raggy. The looks I created with that in my Get Ready With Me were so good, but there's something about those greens. I can't. The Glamlite shimmers, I don't know if all their palettes are like that, but in those were just phenomenal. I think those palettes are still available, and they were actually on sale for $12 a piece. Which is great because it is less than I paid, and I highly recommend them if you're interested. Next is the Pat McGrath Holiday Palettes. I can't give you a review or call a favorite on the big one. What is this? Celestial Nirvana. I have not used it except for swatching, so I can't tell you if it's a favorite. I'm not going to speak on it. I like to use things a couple of times before I give an opinion. But these two little ones, the Bronze Bliss and Nude Allure, like I've used the Bronze Bliss one multiple times, and this one was what I did one of my most recent smoky eye, like cool tone smoky eyes with. These are fantastic. I wasn't sure at first because when I swatched them, the shimmers didn't feel like her normal formula. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Let me see if I can like swatch one compared to like one of her others. Like, so it's not, this is like blowing it out. It's not bad, right? Like, it's pretty, but what most people go to Pat McGrath for is like, let me pull out. Let me find something similar. Like, we go to her for like, bam, bam, look at that shine. However, once you get them on the eyes, they are like the wham bam. So they just swatch really shitty. Can't get enough of them. And they're really simple. Like, you can't overthink it. I also have to say, as someone who prefers more mattes than shimmers, I actually kind of like that there's only one matte. You can't overthink it. Now let's get into my miscellaneous items. The first is vinyls. I was very grateful when my brother gifted me a turntable and 2 of my first vinyls last year, and I have just enjoyed it ever since. I'm slowly building my collection. Most recently, I got a limited edition Taking Back Sunday, Tell All Your Friends. Super excited, and I just love the sound. It's so warm, it's so comforting, and sometimes I just like to disconnect and just put my phone on silent and vibe. I don't have to worry about like changing the song on my phone and seeing I have a text message or an email and then feel tempted. Like, I can just put it away and, you know, just do some grounding. Next thing is the KonMari, or KonMari, I'm not sure how to say it, method. I mentioned this a few times. I mentioned it in the video I uploaded earlier in the week. I mentioned it in my Get Ready With Me, I think, and I'm almost done. I have to do the shed, which I'll do in the spring, just because I'm not going out there when it's cold and snowy, and no, thank you. And I have to do my sentimental items, which almost all of them are in this room, and it's been a really enjoyable experience because usually I just declutter and be like, oh, I don't use this thing, I don't like it anymore, but I would keep things that I had an emotional attachment to that I didn't necessarily like or want to keep, but I felt attached to it, and she does a really good job of helping you work through those emotions. I've read her book, her first book, and watched the series, and it's really good, and I'm finally getting the house in a calm and peaceful state that just makes it easier to exist, and I don't feel overwhelmed by like the amount of things anymore. So I highly recommend, if you're struggling to downsize or organize or anything, like, check that out. I know there were memes about her telling people to get rid of books. That is not at all what she was saying. And in anything, I don't know where anyone even got that. But, yeah, definitely recommend that. My last item is a clothing item, and I'm so excited about this. So I'm apple shape, and I'm plus size, but I'm in that, what some people call mid-size, but I know the plus size community doesn't like that phrase. So it's like, I can fit in some straight size, and then in other times I am plus size. So finding jeans is really difficult because of my body shape and my pants size, that sometimes they're too big in the legs and the butt because I don't have one. And then other times they are way too small in the waist if they fit anywhere else. So I tend to go for jeggings and skinny jeans because they just fit my body proportionately. I am wanting to try mom jeans and see how those look, but American Eagle had a big sale on jeans, and I had been wanting to try their jeans, but again, jeans intimidate me because none of them ever fit right. They also don't fit right in the length. They're either too short or they bunch up at the ankles, and I just don't think they look flattering on me, so I've stayed away from them. But I couldn't resist the sale because they were like $34, I think, and I just really want jeans. I miss wearing jeans. It was easier to find them when I was younger and a different body shape, but now it's just become a challenge until I found these jeans. I got specifically the Next Level high-waisted jeggings, and I look so good. They fit so good. I ordered, because it said they were online only, I ordered a 16 short, and they were too small in the waist. They fit perfect everywhere else, but they were too small in the waist. And they happened to have, they had asked me when I picked it up if I wanted to try them on. And they happened to have an 18 short in stock, like one pair. And they fit perfect, except for like a 1% issue in the butt, because I don't have a butt. They're like a hair baggy, but like it's fine. They look good. They fit like 99.9%. I'm not going to split hairs over it. They are butter soft. They're super comfortable. I am just so happy with them, and I definitely want to try more of their jeans. The other perk is they come in all sorts of lengths. They come in extra short, short, regular, long, extra long. So no matter your height, you're going to find something. Usually when I get short jeans, they are too short. Like they come up too high. So I have to get regular, and then they're 2 inches too long. Their short is an inseam of 27 inches, and they fit perfect. No bunching. They're not too short. They're exactly what I want. And for reference, I'm like 5'3.5", roughly. I'm not 5'4", so between 5'3" and 5'3.5". And the length is so good. I am so happy I got them. I can't wait to try more of their jeans. I'd like to try different fits because their jeans were just so flattering and cut so well. I'm hoping that I can branch out and I don't only have to wear skinny jeans. But we'll see. And that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry that I disappeared for a while. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone who has watched and subscribed. Like, it means so much to me the way my channel is growing, and I'm so grateful and thankful. If you have any favorite things you think I might like, please let me know in the comments. I'm always looking for new shows, new movies, new things to try. And I will see you guys